students, welcome you all back to the social class. We are discussing the questions based on the chapters for our quarterly examination. Yes. So we are getting into the content today is agricultural chapter. Agriculture chapter which we'll see in detail. So if you see agriculture chapter, 1 mark question, 3 mark question and 5 mark we'll detailedly discuss. Name the crop of which India is the largest producer and consumer. So which crop is that? Pulses. So this is often asked question from 2012 onwards, my dear students. Then next question is distinguish between the primitive subsistence and intensive subsistence. Might be 1 mark, might be for 2 or 3 mark. That is the distinguish between the intensive and the subsistence farming. It is like it is practiced in smaller patch of land. It is practiced in large patch of land. Like that you can have an answer which you can give it. Okay. Then you see next 1 mark question is these 1 mark questions are not here. We will discuss 1 mark questions also. So which state has the largest production of sugarcane? Sugarcane is Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, which you can mention. Then what does mean by plantation? Plantation is a type of farming which is being done with a single crop in an area, in a larger area is known as plantation. So then you can find how are irrigation possible in the crop and unirrigated areas through the pipe wells or the tube well irrigation is possible. Okay, so these are the possible questions and I hope we have written so many 1 mark questions on this chapter. So 2 times we have written test on agriculture. So 1 mark will not be lot of doubt you will have. So we'll get into the 3 mark and 5 mark questions. So mention the agricultural condition required for the growth of cotton along with the 4 cotton production states. So you are supposed to give the cotton geographical condition, what is required, and 4 states which has been producing the cotton. Okay, so cotton is an what type of crop? It is a kharif crop. It is believed that the original homeland of cotton is India. Okay, and the geographical conditions required for the growth of cotton are as follows. Cotton grows in a dry part of the black soil and is also known as the black cotton soil in the Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau is the main area where you can find lot of cotton that is being grown. Cotton needs high temperature and low rainfall is needed and it has around 210 frost-free days. Frost-free days means it should not be too cloudy or it should not be too cool in that area. Okay, and bringing sunshine for its growth. So it should be an area which should have sunshine which should happen. So major states that are producing are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. So my dear students, for 10th teachers, those who are going for evaluation will be given an answer key like this only. So by seeing this only, they will be correcting. So if any point in this is missing, definitely you will not get the full mark. So that is the thing. Then the next 5 mark question we'll discuss, that is the explain any 4 characteristics of plantation agriculture. So plantation agriculture's characteristics, plantation have a very larger area. It is done in a very larger area with a single crop. Then capital investment input has been higher, been used in a very higher manner. Then the migration of laborers will be there. They will use migrant laborers to do the plantation work. So all the production is used as a raw material in the respective industry. So all the parts, if you see tea, coffee or whatever it is, or if it is in sugarcane, they will use everything for the production. All the things will be considered as a raw material. So the development of plantation is a result of the well development of network and transportation. So plantation has led to the development of the transportation also, and because of the plantation only the transportation is also developed. Okay, the networking system has been developed. Then what are the two cotton producing states of North India? So the two cotton producing states of North India are Punjab and Haryana. Okay, so the same geographical condition only will be required for the growth of the cotton crops. Okay, so wheat and rice farming in India are fairly different from each other. So support the statement. So I told you for soils you can make an tabular column. Similarly, for crops also we'll make a tabular column. So what are the things that we will see in the crops is that we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns will be developing. Or you can draw it in your notebook itself. Okay, 1. So we'll develop 5 columns like this. Okay, we'll have a serial number. Okay, so instead of having serial number, we'll write it as the aspects like whatever we are going to write. Okay, so we'll have it here. Okay, the points of distribution. We'll write here temperature. So temperature of an area, rainfall, okay, then soil, then land, okay, then other states, largest producer and other states. So we'll have other states here. So what we are going to do is we'll be having columns like this. We'll write as wheat and we'll write as rice here. So we'll write the temperature. So if you see wheat needs 14 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius is the temperature needed for the growth of wheat. Similarly, we'll write for rice. Rice needs 16 degrees Celsius to the 27 degrees Celsius. So now if you do it for all the crops, now it will be easy for you to understand the temperature of all the crops. Okay, so please do it. That will be the homework. You are supposed to do it. Take a photo and send me. That will be the homework. Okay. So then if you see rainfall that is required for the wheat is 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter. Okay. Then for rice is 100 to 200 centimeter of rainfall is needed. Okay, then the soil condition that is needed for wheat. Wheat should be fertile, alluvial. So alluvial soil is needed. Fertile alluvial soil is needed here, and here also alluvial soil is only needed. Okay, so alluvial soil, it should be in the form of a mixed clayey and loomy soil it should be. Okay, so the land where these types of soils are produced. Here you can find plain lands. So plain lands, or it can be in the gentle slope areas. You can find the growth of wheat that happens. And for rice it should be plain, or it can be same thing here also. Gentle slope it can be. Then the largest producer, you can see UP is the largest producer of wheat and West Bengal is the largest producer of rice. Okay, then the other states you can write Punjab, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh for wheat production. Then for rice production, Bihar, Odisha, Tamil Nadu. So all these things we can write for the production of rice. So this is how you can easily read and learn the geography chapter, my dear students, particularly agriculture chapter. Please do this. This will help you really to learn about all the crops. So design a tabular column like this and frame your own content like this. Like you are going to have temperature, rainfall, soil. If you want, you can have land or else largest producer and states. So with this you can write the answers. If they are asking about a single crop, you can write about it. Even if they are asking you to write about the difference between wheat and rice, or the rice and sugarcane, or the plantation and the other crops, you can even easily write, my dear students. So please do this. It is very important. Then repeatedly asked question is explain rice cultivation in India under the following conditions. So temperature, rainfall, agricultural season and the major producing areas. So same thing. This is what you can see. So 16 to 27 degrees Celsius is the temperature needed for the rice growth, and 100 to 200 centimeter of rainfall is needed. Grows in the alluvial soil which has mixed clay and loamy substance in that. It will be growing in an area of plain and gentle slope areas. And it grows in the month of September it will be harvested in the month of September to October, and rice is a kharif crop. So the major producer, leading producer is West Bengal. The other states that are been producing are Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. And in certain areas where the water facility is not available for the rice production, tube well irrigations are provided, particularly in Rajasthan. So this is how you can write the answer. Then you can see the same questions. Repeated question comes. I am telling you only the repeated question which has been coming from the 2012 onwards. Okay. So what is intensive subsistence farming and 3 features of intensive subsistence farming. So intensive subsistence farming is a farming which is being practiced in the area of high density of population, where the pressure of population is more, there only they will be practicing. So the features of it are, if labor intensive, it is a labor intensive farming. High dose of biochemical input has been given, irrigation has been provided, and farming of a small in size will be done for an ecological division. They will divide the lands into small patches and do the farming. Then farming do not have an alternate source of livelihood. They don't have any alterations for their livelihood. That is how the intensive subsistence is being formed. Then here you can find, write the geographical condition required for the cultivation of rice and tea, they ask me. See, so you are supposed to write about rice as well as tea. Rice we have seen, and we will see about tea. Tea is a crop which grows in a plantation area, larger area. It does not require much of rainfall. 50 centimeter rainfall is enough, more than enough for it, right? So then you can find this leading producer of tea, and tea is Kerala. So the soil is loamy soil is enough. Okay. Then largest producer we have seen, other places that are producing, Assam is producing tea. Then we have the Tamil Nadu which is also producing the tea. Okay. So the next thing that you can see is about the technological and institutional reform of agriculture. Important question, 5-mark question. So what are the technological and institutional reform that has been adapted in Indian agriculture? So collectiveness, conduction of holding, cooperation been developed, and abolition of zamindari system. Zamindari system, when your teachers teaching itself would have told you, in old days we have the lands which will be divided by the zamindars, and they will make the peasants to work on it. So that and all has been abolished, and where and reform has been done after the independence, that is where and given priority to bring an institutional reform in that. Okay, so in that, land reform were being done by the Indian government in the first 5-year plan. So they have made and reform in the land, that has been done. Then they introduced green revolution, a pack of technology, that is the high yield varieties have been introduced. And those high yield variety products started giving or providing us lot and lots of other kind of products, right, which even was able to fulfill the demands of the common people. Similarly, white revolution. White revolution was the started for production. That is increase in the production of milk. That for that purpose it started. So these things. Then you can see minimum support price. Minimum support price was being given to the farmers when they are before they sow the seed. The seed price of an rice means 1 kg of rice will be around 500 rupees. 600 rupees or 40 rupees will be decided by the government itself in order to support the farmers, because they should not get affected for that purpose. Then the provided crop insurance. For example, any drought had happened or any cyclone that has destroyed the farming area, for them the crop insurance being provided. Subsidy on agricultural inputs. So, subsidy on agricultural input means like the farmer wants to buy a pipe or a machine or something like that. The government provides some kind of money to the farmers by supporting them. Then the government even provides them with the fertilizers, government fertilizers, okay. And even still more, the government is helping the farmers, that is it provides a Grama Bank for the farmers, where if he wants money, he can pledge his document or jewels and he can get the money. Then Kisan Credit Card. So this is a credit card which is being given to the farmers, where by showing this he can get the seeds of the rice or wheat or something like that. Okay. Then even to the farmers it also provides one more important thing, that is personal accident insurance scheme is also provided. If he is being met with an accident and he passes away, he will be provided with some amount of money by the government for his family members. So that is the another thing that's been done. Then you can also see that it did not stop with that. ICAR, that is the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, has started developing and research activity in agriculture based aspects. So because of which it has started agricultural universities, veterinary services, animal husbandries, horticultural development and weather forecasting, etc. are being developed by the Indian Agricultural Department to improve the condition of the Indian farmers. Okay, and in terms of usage for groups of small and landholders with big on one, considering them as the landowners of their own and produce yield of their own to enrich their livelihood. So these are the important institutional and the technological reforms that has been done in the Indian agriculture. So this is the thing. Then explain any 5 features of Indian agriculture. So explain any 5 features of Indian agriculture. General question. It is Indian agriculture is mainly an intensive subsistence type of farming. It is practiced in a high populated area and it needs lot of high yield variety of seeds, where it has to be provided with biochemicals, irrigation facilities, and maximum production is being done in order to meet the demands of the common people. So like this you can write. Then 5 features of commercial farming. All these things you can write. Then you have map work in this, my dear students, that is you are supposed to write or mark the places like the places of tea production states, then coffee production states, rubber production state. I hope in your map you are having it, in the book you will be having. So please refer that and do practice of map work, where you are supposed to do it when you are writing the test, my dear students. So please be cautious and do that. Okay. So with that I am winding up. The remaining, don't have any remaining questions, because I will send you these photocopy in a PDF form, where you can refer and learn these questions also. Okay, so the next chapter will continue in the next class. Okay, my dear students, thank you.